a deep analysis of the Tao Te Ching, the profound thread of 1,000 years of wisdom in the long river of Chinese civilization. The Tao Te Ching is like a shining lighthouse. Though it contains only about 5,000 words, it embodies profound wisdom that transcends time and space. This classic written by Lao Tzu takes Tao as its core and constructs a grand ideological system covering the universe, nature, society, and life. From the philosophical foundation to the way of dealing with the world, from political concepts to aesthetic pursuits, each chapter echoes each other, forming a tight and smooth, coherent ideological thread. Tao, the ultimate origin and operational law of all things in the universe. The Tao, as the cornerstone of the Tao Te Ching, is the key to understanding the entire work. Lao Tzu begins by stating, the Tao that can be spoken of is not the eternal Tao. The phrase, a name that can be named is not the same as a name, directly points out that the essence of the Tao is difficult to accurately describe in words, and it transcends the cognitive scope and language expression ability of human beings in daily life. However, Lao Tzu did not give up his interpretation because of this. Instead, through various metaphors and descriptions, he attempted to guide readers to understand the Tao. All things come into being first. Heaven and earth come into being first, silent and vast, standing alone without change, moving in all directions without peril. She can be the mother of the world. I don't know its name, but I insist on calling it the Tao. This passage vividly depicts the primacy and eternity of the way. Even before the formation of heaven and earth, the Tao already existed. It was silent and formless, yet operated independently, never changing, cycling and ceasing, and was the source of all things. This characteristic of the Tao endows it with an attribute that transcends time and space, becoming the fundamental basis for the existence and development of all things in the universe. Meanwhile, the Tao also possesses the characteristic of non-action. Here, non-action does not mean doing nothing, but rather not deliberately interfering or forcibly changing, allowing all things to develop naturally in accordance with their own laws. The Tao always does nothing but does nothing. The Tao may seem to do nothing deliberately, yet all things in the world are generated and developed by it. Just like the changing of the 4 seasons and the movement of the sun and moon, everything occurs naturally without the need for external force to push it forward. This is the embodiment of the way of governance through non-action. D, the concrete manifestation of the Tao in all things. Virtue is the implementation and manifestation of the way in specific things, and it is the inner quality displayed by all things in accordance with the laws of the way. The Tao gives birth to it, virtue nurtures it, things shape it, and momentum achieves it. Therefore, all things respect the Tao and value virtue. The Tao gives birth to all things, and virtue nourishes all things. As a result, all things take on their own forms and grow and develop under the influence of the environment. All things respect the Tao and cherish virtue precisely because virtue is the concrete expression of the Tao in them. For human beings, virtue means conforming to nature, maintaining simplicity, and having few selfish desires. In Lao Tzu's view, only by following the requirements of virtue can a person be in harmony with the way and achieve their own harmony and completeness. For instance, if a person can abandon excessive desires, not overly pursue fame and fortune, but live with a peaceful and natural state of mind, he is practicing virtue. In this state, people can reduce inner conflicts and struggles, coexist harmoniously with the surrounding world, and reach the realm where, because one does not contend, no one in the world can contend with him. Dialectics, revealing the inherent laws of the development of things. The dialectical thought contained in the Tao Te Ching enables us to catch a glimpse of the internal logic of the development of things. Lao Tzu keenly perceived that all things in the world are in a relationship of mutual dependence and transformation. Being and non-being give birth to each other. Difficulty and ease complement each other. Long and short shape each other. High and low lean towards each other. Sound and sound harmonizing each other. Front and back follow each other. Concepts such as being and non-being, difficulty and ease, and long and short, which seem to be opposing, are actually interdependent. Without being, there would be no non-being, and without difficulty, there would be no easy. They are revealed through contrast and together constitute the complete appearance of things. More profoundly, Lao Tzu put forward the law that things will reverse when they reach an extreme. Misfortune may be a blessing in disguise. Fortune is where misfortune lies. Who knows the extreme? It is not correct. What is right becomes strange again, and what is good becomes evil again. Fortune and misfortune are not absolutely opposed. Fortune conceals the element of misfortune, and misfortune also contains the turning point of fortune. When things develop to the extreme, they will transform in the opposite direction. This kind of thinking reminds people to stay clear-headed in favorable circumstances and be vigilant even in times of peace. Don't despair even in adversity, for a turning point may be just around the corner. It enables us to view the development and changes of things from a dynamic and comprehensive perspective, avoiding falling into one-sided and rigid thinking patterns. Political philosophy, the way of governing a country by doing nothing. Based on his understanding of Tao and Dia, Laozi put forward the political concept of governing by non-action, which also follows the operational laws of Tao. In Laozi's view, rulers should follow the will of the people, reduce unnecessary intervention, and enable the common people to live and produce in accordance with the natural rhythm. Governing a large country is like cooking a small fish. Governing a country is like cooking a small fish. It cannot be stirred frequently, otherwise the fish will break. The same is true for national governance. Excessive policies and complicated management will instead disrupt social order and spoil the peace of people's lives. Laozi opposed over-reliance on laws and government orders to govern the country. He believed that, when laws are well enforced, there will be many thieves. When rulers formulate numerous legal provisions in an attempt to restrain the behavior of the common people, it will instead stimulate more contradictions and conflicts, leading to social instability. On the contrary, the ruler should take the way as the criterion and implement lenient and simple policies, enabling the people to live and work in peace and contentment in a relatively free environment. In this way, the common people will voluntarily follow good social norms without the need for external coercive constraints, thereby achieving social harmony and stability and reaching the state of I do nothing and the people transform themselves. I am quiet and the people will be upright. When I have nothing to do, the people will naturally become prosperous. The ideal state of I have no desires and the people will be simple and honest. Philosophy of life, the wisdom of dealing with the world in accordance with nature. On the level of life, the Tao Te Ching offers people a unique philosophy of dealing with the world. Laozi advocated that people should follow nature, abandon excessive desires and greed, and maintain inner peace and detachment. Reach the ultimate state of emptiness and remain steadfast in stillness. By allowing one's heart to reach an extreme state of emptiness and maintaining tranquility, people can better observe the growth and changes of all things and understand the operating laws of the Tao. In the complex and bustling world, one should not be disturbed by external temptations. Return to the true self within, and face the ups and downs of life with a composed and calm attitude. At the same time, Laozi emphasized the principle that softness and weakness overcome hardness and strength. Nothing in the world is weaker than water, and no one can defeat the strong in a tough battle, nor can it be easily defeated. The weakness overcomes the strength and the softness overcomes the hardness. This is something that the world knows and cannot do. Water may seem weak, but it can wear away a stone drop by drop and embrace all things. Its power should not be underestimated. This enlightened people that in life one should not be overly strong-willed or competitive. Sometimes using softness to overcome hardness and retreating to advance can actually solve problems better and achieve goals. Just as in interpersonal communication, a tolerant and humble attitude often wins others' respect and cooperation more than tough confrontation. Aesthetic concept, the pursuit of a natural and simple aesthetic. The aesthetic concepts of the Tao Te Ching are in line with its overall ideology, and it regards nature and simplicity as beauty. Laozi believed that true beauty does not lie in external magnificence and embellishment, but in conforming to nature and maintaining one's authenticity. Great sounds are silent, and great forms are formless. The most beautiful music is not the noisy and noisy sounds, but the silent music which contains infinite charm and artistic conception. The most beautiful image is not a concrete shape, but an intangible form that offers people a vast space for imagination. This aesthetic realm transcends specific forms and sounds, pursuing an inner and spiritual level of beauty. Laozi opposed excessive luxury and decoration. He pointed out, the 5 colors are blind to the eyes, the 5 tones make one deaf, the 5 flavors are refreshing. Galloping and hunting drive one's heart wild. Rare goods cause trouble. Overly brilliant colors can dazzle people's eyes, overly complicated music can numb their hearing. Rich and diverse delicacies can dull their sense of taste, unrestrained hunting can make people's hearts wild, and precious and rare items can tempt people to do inappropriate things. These excessive external stimuli not only fail to bring about true beauty, but also cause people to lose their true nature and deviate from the beauty of nature. Therefore, people should return to nature and pursue inner spiritual abundance in order to understand the true meaning of beauty. From the exploration of the origin of the A to the concrete practice of D, from the revelation of the laws of things by dialectics to its application in politics, life and aesthetics, the Tao Te Ching constructs an interlocking and closely connected ideological system. The wisdom it contains, spanning thousands of years of time and space, can still provide profound enlightenment and guidance for modern people in understanding the world, governing society, and self-cultivation. demonstrating strong vitality and eternal value.